Here we have the SSL Revival 4000. Now, a lot of people have asked my opinion on them. And my honest opinion is I love them. They sound great. And they are exactly what you'd expect from a 4000 channel strip, an SSL channel strip. It is exactly what you'd expect. Does everything the channel strip does. And the one thing I would say is I feel like a broken record a little bit, but I wanted it to be digitally recallable. But I also understand why it's not. And the reason it's not, and this is what I'm kind of gathering, is the reason why this is not a digitally recallable channel strip is because, let's be honest, if it was, you could buy 32 of these for 36 grand, and why would anyone buy an Oracle? Really? Because that would be amazing. 32 of these would cost you, I think I worked it out, about 36 grand. That's if they were to still sell these at 1500. So yeah, that's why I think they haven't done them as digital recall, because yeah, no one would buy the Oracle. And look, I've got an Oracle coming because I want this EQ. These EQs are brilliant, and the Oracle, you can switch between E and G series EQs. Brilliant, love that. But you don't have the dynamics on the Oracle. You have the dynamics here. So this, I mean, if this was digitally recallable, it would blow everything away. I mean, 64 channels of this. Imagine if you put 64 channels in. Am I working that out right at 36,000? I think I worked it out 32 or 36,000. If it was £1,500 each, 1,500. If you were to get 24 channels, that would be 24 channels, 24 grand plus 12, 36,000. It would cost you 36,000 to have 24 channels of these. Now, if they were digitally recallable, that would be incredible, because you would build yourself an Oracle. The one thing you don't have is the SSL summing, which, you know, you can, I feel like they're discontinued now, but you can get the Sigma summing box. And it wouldn't surprise me if SSL didn't bring out a nice summing box at some point to replace the Sigma. Now, I would expect that this is just the start of this Revival series. Now, I have zero prior knowledge, but just reading between the lines, that implies to me that there could be a G series something, there could be, I don't know, there could be a 9000 series version, there could be more channel strips coming. I don't think this is a one-off. Now, the other thing is there's every possibility that maybe further down the line we might see a digitally recallable version of these channel strips that come later down the line. There's no reason that can't happen. And you'd have both, you know, people that don't want digital recall, people that do. Now, would I buy one? And would I buy one? Yes, I would, because it sounds great. But I personally, and this is me only, I wouldn't be buying it for mixing. I'd be buying it for tracking. I'd love to track vocals through this. You've got a de-esser on it, you've got filters, you've got EQ, you've got compression, you've got post and pre, processing, routing. There's all sorts you can do with it. And it is a legitimate 4000 channel strip. You know, that's really good. I would personally, I would look at it, for me personally, as a tracking channel strip. And I wouldn't necessarily look at it as like wanting to use it within mixing. So for that reason, I wouldn't buy it for mixing. But that's not to say, you know, I'm very much in the camp of everything has to be digitally recallable when mixing. And because everything is digitally recallable within this studio, I can't just go, right, well, I'm going to have this one unit that's non-digitally recallable, because then it kind of breaks the whole thing. And I lose this whole instant recall. So for that purpose, I wouldn't buy one myself for mixing, but I very much would have one, happily have one for tracking. That I would use it for. But all in all, look, sound wise, it's a legitimate 4,000 channel strip. You can't say it isn't. It's very, very much a faithful, that is what it is. You can't get away from that. So if you want that SSL channel strip sound, brilliant. It's there. You can get it. And I had a few people say to me, Paul, it's too expensive. And I was like, what? I honestly didn't think it was. When I heard it was going to be £1,500 or $1,499, I kind of looked at that and I went, yeah, that's pretty good. Two of them as a stereo pair, you're talking £3,000. All right, that is quite expensive. But I was thinking about, like, what do you get with it? So you've got the EQ, the compressor, a gate, you've got the filters here, you've got a mic pre, a de-esser, and then I thought to myself, well, let's look at how much these modules cost in 500 series. And when you factor in a rack, like you could use this rack here, and you could put just the EQ and compressor in there. I think I worked it out as something like you were gonna spend like £1,300, I think it was. Maybe it's a little bit less. Like let's say for argument's sake, it was just over £1,000. For a little bit more, and that's in one of these racks. That's not in a full blown kind of 10U rack like £1,000 racks. Yeah, you wouldn't get the mic pre with that. You wouldn't get the de-esser with that. I don't think you get the filters, and you wouldn't get all the routing options as well. So when I look at it like that, I kind of look at it like, well, I don't think it's that expensive. Well, it is. Look, it is expensive. What I'm getting at there is, in comparison to other things, I think it's quite reasonably priced. If anything, it's quite cheap in comparison to if you were to buy 500 series modules. So yeah, I mean, look, that's it. I think it's good. I haven't actually, I've got two of them here and I've only gotten them in just to do a quick review on and test out. And I'm not actually buying these, but I like them. They're really good. And I would happily have one for tracking. But for me personally, this is just me personally, because I don't use, I need the digital recall. I won't be getting one for mixing. But that's not to say they're not brilliant. They do sound great. And you'll hear that when I do some audio example videos, which I probably will post that video before posting this one. So this one will be afterwards. On the channel, there's audio examples of what this thing sounds like and a nice little review. So yeah. But this is my little kind of honest opinion, answering the questions that people have asked me when I've posted a picture of this, and that's just from my perspective. You know, my perspective. It's not yours. So look, I know better than anyone that, you know, we all have different ways of working, and some people are tracking, some people are mixing, some people are mastering. A mastering engineer isn't going to want one. A mixing engineer probably will want one. A tracking, someone tracking, you'll want one. It's certain people will want this, and I like it. I think it's good, and I think it's reasonably priced. But that there, 4,000 Revival SSL channel strip, very good.